Today is the final day of mandatory minicamp for the Carolina Panthers. And yeah, there's been quite a few storylines. Thought we would get you guys up to speed with possibly the biggest news thus far. Now, you guys, you can go out to my YouTube channel or wherever you get your podcast and search for Two Growls, One Roar. You can get more in-depth coverage of all the things that we have talked about thus far. I think for me, as you go through the storylines, I think probably at the top of this list, at least from mandatory minicamp, again, not talking OTAs, the first storyline for me has really been the development of Bryce Young as a vocal leader. Folks, for the first 2 years that he was here in Carolina and in the NFL, there were a lot of folks that, had this idea that he couldn't lead, that he was too quiet. We are now seeing this newer version of him, this confident version, as he is jawing back and forth with J.C. Horn and some of the other players in camp. So for me, I chalk that up there because his leadership on the field and off the field and being vocal, having a command of the offense, having people believe in him, I think is going to be important heading into year 3. Staying on the offensive side of the ball, we do have Jalen Coker back in the mix, faster. At least he looks faster from what we've seen. Good to have him back out there. He did have a minor setback at first. Hunter Renfrow, he is looking the part on the offensive side of the ball. And I think, if you're a betting person, I would not bet against him making the roster. I do think he is going to be here when we get down to the final 53, getting a lot of his reps in the slot. So you do have that interchange between him and Adam Thielen. He's young, so there's a good chance he could be here for years down the road. Staying in the wide receiver room, because that's probably the biggest. Lots of positive